The shooting happened around 8 p.m. on June 26, 2014 in the parking lot in front of Nippers. On this evening, several motorcycle clubs were at the restaurant. The individuals involved in this incident are affiliated with motorcycle clubs. One is called the Iron Order, the other is the Black Pistons. It should be noted this investigation involved countless hours of interviews with individuals who were at Nippers and the surrounding businesses that night. What is unique about this incident is that it was also captured on surveillance video. The attack itself lasted approximately 10 seconds, but within those 10 seconds is the key to why this shooting is justified, and the shooter in this case, Kristopher Stone, had every right under Florida law to defend himself that night. In a minute, we will show you the video surveillance or a certain portion of it. You will see how Mr. Stone was standing in the Nippers parking lot, minding his own business, when Mr. Tipton and two other members of Black Pistons Club surrounded him, one attacking him and one attacking a fellow member of his club, two attacking Mr. Stone and one attacking a fellow member of Mr. Stone's club. Based on the surveillance video, it appears that it was a planned confrontation.
These are members of the Black Piston Motorcycle Club. Zachariah Tipton, the deceased in this case, is the last one you see riding up on his motorcycle, seen right here. The individuals from the Black Piston Motorcycle Club ride down and park their bikes and spend approximately 4 minutes parking their bikes, talking down there. The video is going to clip, if we clipped it and edited it for this presentation. You're going to see members of the Black Piston Motorcycle Club, including Zachariah Tipton, walking down the sidewalk here in front of Beaches Marine, with Zachariah Tipton being in front. You'll notice on this shot and on the next shot coming up that Zachariah Tipton had his motorcycle helmet, riding helmet, still on. Now this is the easterly direction. This is Beach Boulevard again here. The Intercoastal Bridge is here going towards the west direction. This is towards the east. Nippers is going to be up here on the far, far left corner of the screen. That's where the valets are going to be at the front of the Nippers Bar and Grill. The area right here is going to be several motorcycles from the Iron Order Motorcycle Club with two prospects or recruits to the Iron Order Motorcycle Club standing outside. The shooter, Kristopher Stone, is going to be outside in this general vicinity right here. And Timothy White's going to be right over here. He's another prospect in the Iron Order Motorcycle Club. As a prospect, he's not allowed to drink alcohol. They're watching over the bikes. As the video starts to play, you're going to see two individuals from the Black Piston Motorcycle Club enter from the bottom part of your screen. And you're going to see Zachariah Tipton, the decedent, exit out over here. That's exiting out from that prior scene or the prior angle that we saw from underneath the staircase. And as they're walking up together, you'll see the two Black Pistons cut over here to go towards the outside and walk along the wall. If we could hit play for me, please. Now, you see right here, this is Zachariah Tipton. He's actually popping out from that area in the last angle that we saw here, along with his two Black Piston members right here, in doing what looks like a coordinated attack on the Iron Order members that are standing outside by the bicycles or the motorcycles over here. Begin to play for me, please. You can pause it for me, please. This individual standing right here is going to be Timothy White. That's the prospect with the Iron Order Motorcycle Club. He's standing outside. We have no information about any confrontation at this point in time. The Black Pistons are alleged to have come up and asked him why he's standing out there with his cut on, and he says, "What are you talking about?" And they slap a cup of water out of his hand. You'll notice that Zachariah Tipton has disappeared behind this bush here, but he's going to appear in just a second and come from the left to the right towards Kristopher Stone, who's standing in this vicinity right here. One of the other Black Piston members that was walking up and left to go to the other side of the car is going to circle around Mr. White and confront Mr. Stone face to face. Begin it play for me, please. You can pause it for me, please. At this point in time, you see Zachariah Tipton approaching Mr. Stone, which is right here. We know this by various witness accounts. There's over 200 witnesses that are reviewed by Jacksonville Beach Police Department who did a fantastic investigation in this case. Of those, there are about 7 or 8 who see directly exactly what happened, so that is part of the narration. The first punch is going to come from Mr. Tipton. Mr. Tipton approaches Mr. Stone. Mr. Stone is located right here. Mr. Tipton is going to approach from behind, and as Mr. Stone is talking with another Black Piston member, Mr. Tipton punches Mr. Stone in the back of the head. They tangle up and go to the ground. You're going to see the other member of the Black Piston Motorcycle Club punching Mr. Stone as he's on the ground, with Mr. Tipton on top of him as well. Witness accounts from individuals like this individual right here riding behind his motorcycle along with his girlfriend will say that the 2 individuals from the Black Pistons were raining down blows, that the guy on the ground, the shooter, was getting worked really hard. Other witness accounts say that Mr. Stone was getting jumped by 2 individuals on the ground, that they were punching him and kicking him, that Mr. Tipton was the one who was throwing kicks. Can you get play for me, please? If you could pause it for me, please. That's the edit where the actual blows and the actual killing occur. We have to edit that out under Florida law. As you can see, the members of the Black Pistons never attempt to render any aid to Mr. Tipton, their comrade. They never dial 911. They never return. They only return 4 minutes later, and that's to retrieve something from Mr. Tipton's body. They walk away. They take off one of their own vests and give it to another member of the Black Pistons Motorcycle Club. In the video, as it continues on other clips in the full version, which I'm sure you all will get on the public records request, you'll notice that there will be people removing what looks like mouthpieces. That is individuals from the Black Pistons Motorcycle Club removing mouthpieces from their mouth, taking things which may be rings or brass knuckles off their hands. Witness accounts will say that Mr. Tipton, as he's shot and falling over, can be seen having brass knuckles falling out of his pockets. The police and fire rescue respond, and they find 2 clips of hollow point 9mm ammunition on Mr. Tipton's body, located in his pockets. He has 3 different pocket knives in various pockets. He also has a nylon gun holster, which is located not on the outside, but one of the interior or inside of your pants gun holsters. That's important because when you view the video and you see an individual after 4 minutes approaching Mr. Tipton's body, he comes up to him and walks away and then hands off a cut. We have no idea if he's handing off a gun or something else in that case. But we do know that Mr. Tipton did have a gun holster and 2 clips of ammunition on him at the time. You can play for me, please. Again, you'll notice the members of the Black Piston Motorcycle Club run away from the scene. They can be seen removing things from their hands here. In this general vicinity, you can see them removing and holding things in their mouth which look like mouth guards. Mr. Tipton had a mouth guard as well on him.
During this attack, Mr. Stone's nose was broken. He also suffered many other facial injuries in the attack. Immediately after, Mr. Stone pulled his gun out from his holster, and he had a weapon permit to carry this gun. That broke up the attack, and the members who were there with Mr. Tipton fled. His fellow club members fled.